We are going to start with second type of complex permanent tissue. This complex permanent tissue is phloem. Earlier we have discussed xylem, which is responsible for transport of water from roots to various aerial parts of plant. Now we are going to discuss food conducting tissue. Food conducting tissue of plant is known as phloem. Phloem is a complex permanent tissue responsible for conduction of organic materials in plant body from region where it is synthesized to the region where it is required. Thus, in simple words, we can say that it is a chief food conducting tissue of vascular plants and it transports food from the region where it is synthesized. That region is called source, and to the region where it is required, and that region is called sink. Source in plant are leaves where food is synthesized, and sink are various growing organs which require food. Thus, food is transferred in plants from source to sink. Phloem tissue has 4 elements in it. These are sieve tube, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Phloem is called living conducting tissue as these 3 cells are living in it. Only phloem fibers are dead cells. So first of all, we will discuss sieve tube. In this diagram, sieve tubes are shown. This is a section of phloem tissue which shows sieve tube, companion cells as well as phloem parenchyma. So let's start with sieve tube. Sieve tube are long tubular conducting channels which are formed by several cells called sieve tube elements. These are sieve tube are long conducting channels and they are formed by sieve tube elements. This is one sieve tube elements. These cells are placed end to end with each other, and at end walls they have some perforations. These end walls are called sieve plates. Sieve plates has holes in them. These holes are called perforations so that various sieve tube cells are connected with each other. They have cytoplasm in the form of thin strands. As you can see from diagram, here cytoplasm is present in the form of thin strands which encloses a big vacuole. As you can see from diagram, nucleus is absent. However, nucleus is present in young cells, but in mature sieve tube cell it is absent. Other organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, they are also absent in sieve tubes. In winters, sieve tube elements, the end walls of sieve tube elements are plugged by a material. That material is known as callose. During winters, sieve pores are get plugged with a substance called callose, and hence transport of food is retarded. So this is about sieve tubes. Now let's start companion cells. Companion cells are thin-walled cells which are found associated with sieve tubes. As they are always found associated with sieve tubes, thus their name is companion cells. These are living parenchymatous cells. They have dense cytoplasm and prominent nuclei. You can see that they have dense cytoplasm and prominent nuclei. They are found always on the sides of sieve tube. Both sieve tube and companion cell, they have appeared from same mother cells. Thus, nucleus is absent in sieve tube, but nucleus is present in companion cells, and other organelles like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, they are also present in companion cell. Thus, it acts as a brain of sieve tube. It controls all the metabolic activities of sieve tube elements, as mature sieve tube element do not has any nucleus, and it has nucleus and other organelles, so that materials are transported from companion cells to sieve tubes. For this function, companion cells have thin walls where holes are present, or we can say that pits are present. Now we are going to discuss phloem parenchyma. We have discussed sieve tube and sieve tube and companion cells. Let's discuss phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma is also a thin-walled parenchymatous cells They are also living cells. They are thin-walled parenchymatous cells. They contain cytoplasm and nucleus. As you can see from diagram, they also have cytoplasm and nucleus. Thus, they are known as living cells. They store food and they may show presence of crystals, tannins, latex, etc. Their function is storage of food, and sometimes they may store various crystals, tannins and latex. Now, the last component of phloem is phloem fibers. Let's discuss phloem fibers. They are also called bast fibers. Phloem fibers are also called bast fibers. This is their another name. They are made up of thick-walled sclerenchymatous cells. Phloem fibers are dead cells. As they are sclerenchymatous cells, they have thick walls. They provide mechanical strength to the plant. So their function is to provide mechanical strength. Thus we have discussed 4 elements of phloem: seed tube, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. The overall function of phloem include conduction of food. Food is transported from leaves to the storage organ or wherever it is required. As we have discussed, food is transported from source to sink. Phloem or bast fibers. These bast fibers or phloem fibers of some plants are source of commercial fibers like flax, jute, hemp. You must have seen jute fibers. Jute fibers are actually phloem fibers of jute plant and they are commercially used.